Took you long enough, OBS. Yeah. Worry about it. Yeah. I really like this main menu replacer. It's not quintessential Morrowind but it gets close with the whole Boomer Ruin thing. That and also the amount of fog. Alright. Let the theme play once through as usual. Hop right in. Now, if memory serves, where we last left off was we were in Sheograd after having just retrieved the Ice Blade of the Monarch. Yep, we had just finished clearing out the, well, slavers out of there. And we made a pretty direct path from Telfir up to there. I want to... Hold on, let's just double check our journal. Well, there's Dark Brotherhood attacks, there's Island to the North, which are all, for both the expansion things favored for orcs. Don't know if I'll ever get around to that. The Egg Mine. That's around here somewhere. Though, if I remember correctly, it has golden eggs in it, but they're ridiculously heavy, and there's like 8 of them. I don't know if I have the inventory capacity for completing that quest. That is the last Fighters Guild quest I have. I possibly could have done that before becoming Grand Champion, or Grandmaster, but didn't want to hike all the way up here. Now, House Redoran, the Ash statue, so I mentioned her father, Athrun Bidalis is probably still worried about her. She gave me a locket to take to Athrun. Yep. Mad Lord of Milk. Athrun Cetheri told me that the Redoran noble, Athrun Mandas, has gone insane and has been demanding tribute from travelers from the cavern Milk, which is on the road to Margan. It's north of the crossroads. So, he suggested that I speak to Athrun, and I found Athrun, and he said, oh yeah, my daughter is... His son's madness was caused when sister or wife, I'm not sure, disappeared in Telfir. She meant her father is probably worried about her. She gave me a locket to take to him. Alright, so I either need to go back to Ebonheart to return that locket, or we need to actually find the Cavern of Milk and talk with him. Or we need to go to Aldrun first, because her father might not be in Ebonheart still, and give the locket to Cetheri. So, we're probably... My plan is, we're going to go Ebonheart, we're going to try that. If that doesn't work, we'll go up to Aldrun. If that doesn't work, we'll go to the cavern, I guess. Imperial Legion, we rescued him already, just need to turn that in. So basically, yeah, we don't have the inventory capacity to grab the other stuff from the egg mine. We just kind of need to get back to civilization at this point, and then somehow make our way down from Ebonheart, Alderaan, somewhere near Margan. I was tempted to just run down to Margan and stuff. I suppose we could do that. So if we go to Margan, we'll teleport out of here. I have a whole bunch of Divine Intervention scrolls. We'll Divine Intervention out, and we'll see where we end up. No idea where we're gonna end up, but I'm sure there'll be useful people to talk to there. My guess will end up in Nisus. No, we're in Buckmoth Legion Fort in Aldrun. All right. Yes, excuse you. No, these people don't have more quests for me, but I can probably sell some stuff to them. Before I do that, I'm going to quick refresh the Twitch page to make sure everything's up to date there. Looks like it's good. Back to the game. Alright. I don't believe we've been introduced, Outlander. I'm Castikian Benaris? Hey, Cozy! Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream tonight. I hope you are doing well. How can I help you? I would like to barter. Ooh, it looks like you have potions. Do you have potions to restore health? You do. I'm buying all of them. You had 3. Right, not that big of a deal. I want to know what happened to my nice bow, but I can worry about that later. Don't need that. Don't need that. Fortifies. I don't use fortify potions in Elder Scrolls games pretty much ever. I do a little bit occasionally in Skyrim, but those are the ones that fortify and heal. Conical intonation. This isn't. Hi, London. You are doing well today. But like, I don't trust fortifies because they're gonna run. I feel like they're always gonna run out at the really bad time. I never trust them. I am doing really well. It was I mean, I'm taking long days of work, like, purposefully. But it was a good day. It was okay. I was butting my head against a wall for one bug for like 5 hours, but it wasn't a bad day. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, I'll keep that. Rising Force, Rising Force. Spoiled, Cure Disease. Don't need Spoiled. Do you take, like, Daedrus skin? No, you will. ectoplasm. And a ruby? Alright, that'll be good. Semicolon in the wrong place? I still haven't figured out the bug. I don't know where the bug is in the code yet, so I'm still at that point. It's something I thought would be easy to fix. And that's why I was like, oh, I'll just do this quick this afternoon right after lunch, and then I'll move on to other stuff. And no, I was working on it from when I got back from lunch till when I went home. Trying to figure out where in the code something was going wrong. I have a lead. So tomorrow I should hopefully be able to fix it, but still pain in the butt. You take diamonds. What do you do? A sapphire. Awesome. Books? Do take books, so I'm gonna take those back. I'm not actually gonna start selling you books, because books are heavy. Go. No, you're not a merchant. That's the barracks, right? Yeah, all towers, close enough. This leads down to the basement where we have, well, the head of the fort, Ismond the Dreamer, but Ismond the Dreamer doesn't actually have anything for me. You just have training. You have spells. I don't need training or spells. You barter. Ooh, you also barter potions. Restore endurance. Or agility. Do you not okay, there you go. 5 restores health standard. Have some Daedra hearts. I don't know what you wanted to do with the Daedra hearts, but I'm sure there's a market. Alright. Let's get out of here for now. We need to, I was gonna say head over to Alderaan to catch a Silt Strider down to Balmora, and then down to Beck, I guess. You know what? We're gonna run down to Caldera, and we're gonna teleport via.
That was the strangest book I've ever read.
No, I want to teleport via Mages Guild. Would that work? No, actually, if we go to Seyda and we use the Divine Intervention, we should then be sent to Ebonheart.
The sun and moons transform day to night, but what transforms the mind?
Knowledge? I mean, if it was a riddle, I would say knowledge. Or books. Similar things. It's getting pretty late, 7 p.m. We're not going to be able to stop in a... by the time we get to a city gate, the gate's going to be locked. Well, screw it. We're running down to Balmora. Let's get more of this map uncovered. Maybe I should have rested for the night in the fort, but oh well, whatever. Our health is fine. Speaking of health, let's some health. 20 points, but for sure cost. Restore health, which is 20 points, but it costs 13. We'll do restore health. Also, while I'm thinking about it, this bow is heavy. I want to find a lighter one, but it's all that I have, so... Come here. Quit bouncing. I can't tell with like how Morrowind does their hitboxes and animations and stuff. I don't know if I'm just missing or if I'm actually missing the hitbox with these guys. Oh, there we go. We'll heal some. Oh, we got a rat. You want to play? Come here. I need to go to a city and find someone that can teach marksmanship. Robin Hood tier? I know. Who wants to stand there and let me put an apple on their head? Any volunteers? Nobody trusts me to put a William Tell. Old William Tell. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Nick sound though. It would be really convenient if I could actually hit things. Oh, I did hit it. Dead. But now it's coming after us. Oh, a rat. You can't pathfind to me. Okay, at least I'm getting some hits in. Is helping with my marksmanship. Which is... a 37. It's lower than my restoration. That's kind of sad. How's low as hand to hand? Block is also woefully low. So it's my heavy and light armor. That's the one problem that happens when you get your long blade and your weapon skills really high, fast, and you also get your agility highs, is you don't get hit all that often. And you kill things fast. Which means your armor doesn't train up. So when things do eventually start hitting you, later in the game, you're not as prepared. Problem doesn't really happen in Oblivion, due to how many goblins you run into and how... Oh, we got Durzog. How spammy goblins are with their attacks. Then again, if I actually, like, went out to go train, and I found just, like, a rat, and I sat there with my shield, and literally just let it attack me for, like, an hour, that would be one way to train block. Or I could go to a trainer and pay them. I mean, I have 21,000 gold with nothing really to spend it on at this point. I mean, I want to get a better bow than what I currently have. But I like how the Mages Guild has green smoke. Nice touch. But I don't need better armor. I'm not going to find better... I mean, I might not even find better armor. Unless adamantane might be better than the ebony. But I have enough like artifacts and stuff where I don't need weapons or armor. And so I don't need a house. I'm not trying to build stuff or buy stuff for that. My persuasion skill is high enough that I don't need to bribe people. So I think I can just spend all this money on like marksmanship training or block training. If I did block, I could eventually go back to being sword and board. Though my best weapon right now is Chrysamere. Actually, technically, it's one of my other swords. A little bit better. But the enchantments on Chrysamere, even though they are on use, are definitely handy in a pinch. Do I like using macros when I work? I mean... I don't really. Because most of the work, most of the work I've been doing for the past few months isn't actually a lot of coding. I've been bug fixing, so it's been finding code that's broken and then fixing it, which doesn't involve actually much typing. Because generally what's wrong is just like a line or two. So using macros to speed things up is not really helpful. And there's not that many macros in the code base either. Alright. This actually really gives you a nice sense of scale. Looking at Balmora from this height. Now that I think about it, Balmora is easily 1.5 times the size of like Whiterun. A second keyboard, interesting. I think that was one of the things that kind of underwhelmed me with Skyrim. Is their cities are just so small. And there's just so few buildings in them. I mean, sure, the NPCs are more expressive, and the game is overall better visually, but it still feels kind of empty, kind of small. I disagree with you there. I disagree with you. I get overly... The thing that frustrates me most in open world games, like whether it's Fallout 4 or any other open world type thing, is if I cannot go inside of a building. I agree, that would make the cities look massive. But personally, it would bug the crap out of me. I would not be happy with Bethesda if they made that move. What are we doing? Now we'll drop some stuff off at our house. We have heavy stuff that we don't need to be carrying around. Multiple claymores, staff, and Daedric Tanto, and other heavy crap. And Ebony shield. Don't need that right now. Like, I don't think Bethesda needs to make anything too much larger than Balmora here. How this Balmora is fine. Even so, if they want to make buildings that are useless, let me still go in them. Like, most of these, like, residences are pretty useless. They're just residences. But don't make them unable to get into. Because if you're a thief, they're opportunities. No one ever complained. Ah, look at that guy swimming. You can't go to every building inside Arkham City. Yeah, I give you that, but I wouldn't classify Arkham City as it's not a. Oh, I wouldn't say it's not a sandbox game, but it's not a simulation game. Because I put Elder Scrolls games almost on the border of like simulation sort of stuff, because it is simulating what it would be like to be in this world. It'd be like to be fully within the universe, fully within on Vardenfell here, and because of that simulation, you are having to put in more details and stuff, and have NPCs that live and move and stuff. If Arkham City had stuff where like there was actually like consistent NPCs that would have like schedules and stuff, that would make more sense that you could go in every building or stuff like that. But because it's a Arkham City is an action game set within an expansive open map that has a lot of restrictions in its gameplay. Like it's not a do what you want, go anywhere sort of thing. Like if I was a thief character and there was just houses that I couldn't go into to rob in an Elder Scrolls game, that would be frustrating. You can have houses that are, I would say, nearly useless, just kind of have just people, just no-name NPCs go there and they sleep for the night, and then they leave, and there's just kind of crap in there, that's fine. You can make cookie cutter, they can be whatever, but don't have locked doors in a game, inaccessible locked doors in a game where you can unlock anything. If they're boarded up, I'll give you that. There are a few, they could do a few boarded up buildings, but if there's too many boarded up buildings, then it's like, is this place abandoned? You start to question the, I wouldn't say the validity of the world, but the, liveliness, if everything's boarded up and abandoned. Actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna stack this up so it's taking up less space on our table. Why that one is different, I don't know. The glass too. There we go, now we got space. I do agree that it is a resource allocation thing. And like it wouldn't ruin the game for me. And I could see why they would do it. I personally think putting effort into the houses and the towns and the cities to make them feel flushed out and alive is worth it. Like, they don't need to be that much bigger than Balmora here. But if they're alive feeling, I just think Skyrims are a little bit too small. Not quite enough NPCs. Like, I don't expect every city to be Novigrad. That would be insane. That would be insane. You're not going to have multiple Novigrads. I mean, it's pretty small, but Whiterun is way smaller. There's, like... True, is it doesn't feel small. That's kind of what I remember touching on this last week. It's more true. It is more about the feel of the environment than it is about the actual aesthetics of the environment. Like the swamp and stuff in this game, like the Bitter Coast, it doesn't. Where's that shield? I need to drop that shield. It's not the best looking swamp in a game, but it really nails the feel of a swamp. It's with the Ashlands. They're not the most well done Ashlands or ashy environment or whatever, but it feels barren. It feels like a wasteland. And I think part of Skyrim's problem with feeling and how the environments feel is because of how the landscape is made up. There's always mountains in view, which is fine, but that kind of lends a similar feel to everything, because it doesn't matter where you go, there's always mountains in view. There's always that reminder that, oh hey, we're in Skyrim. Which is fine, because you are in Skyrim. But having the mountains always in view definitely gives everything a sort of similar feel. But at the same time, each individual, I'm not gonna say region, I don't know, each hole is sort of a region in Skyrim. Because a lot of them are very sparsely vegetated and just kind of open areas, with the mountains acting as borders to these regions. The regions are very compartmentalized, don't blend, but they also feel small because they're boxed in, and you can see basically from one side of the region to the other. Go to Vivek, please. Thank you. Like, if you're on the plains of Whiterun, and you're in Whiterun, you can basically see all of the plains of Whiterun. And I get that the game has a lot more verticality to it. To me, they do. To me, they feel small. And I think it's much more of a visual thing. Ixus, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream today, hope you are doing well. It's not necessarily proper Distant Land as well, because I have Distant Land in this Morrowind game too. Sure, it's foggy right now, but that's just weather. But Oblivion didn't necessarily have this problem, I felt. Because there wasn't... the regions sort of blended together in Oblivion. And the forests were dense enough where you couldn't necessarily see all of it at once. And Skyrim, I think, just has few too many lookout points where you can see all of it. Which I get, with the exaggerated height of the terrain and the verticality of the game, kind of lends itself to that. And it was probably a design decision to let you see these nice vistas. Jacob! Welcome to chat, welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a wonderful day. True, you can see the Imperial City off in the distance. I agree. But when you saw it, it felt like it was a long ways away. And it comes down to the feeling of how the environment feels. Like, when I look... When I, what's the best thing? When I'm at the top of the throat of the world, in Skyrim, and you're looking down across all of it, nothing feels far away. Which might just be how they rendered it, it might be the weather stuff, it could just be, it isn't all that far, actually. And because of the clarity, you're actually able to see that. Alright, we need to do a bit of water walking. See, before I had to reinstall my... Well, I had to reinstall Windows because I had to change hard drives. 2 weeks ago. I had every Elder Scrolls game installed. So, Arena, Daggerfall, Battlespire, Redguard, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Skyrim Special Edition. Okay, that's not all of them. I know there's a few mobile ones I'm missing. Yeah, it's a lot of line of sight stuff that tricks that Morrowind has, where it's a pretty flat world, and I don't know if that would work as well in a modern game. You'd have to figure out different tricks to do, I think. But because it is relatively flat, and the roads are in the valleys, Skyrim does that a little bit too, where the roads are down in the valleys. But I don't know. Battlespire, I believe you can get for free on GOG right now. Or you have to buy something and you can get it for free. Something like that. GOG, yeah. And that's where you can get Redguard as well. Which Redguard's really fun. There's some parts of it that are really interesting design decisions. Like, the game's all tank controls. Like, there's no strafing. It's turning and forward. And there's a platforming segment above lava like that. But the story's still pretty interesting, and going around Stros Makai, talking with, like, Khajiits and Redguards and stuff. And the combat's pretty interesting. It's very much fencing-based combat. The graphics are certainly dated, though. That's Slode's Island. Necromancer. Yeah. No, I didn't like that place at all. Creepy music everywhere. I know. I mean, someone's working on Daggerfall in the Unity engine. Maybe once they port Daggerfall, they can port Redguard. Or maybe that's what Bethesda's working on. They're gonna remake Redguard. Get like, basically, if they should snipe a bunch of people from Ubisoft that worked on, like, Assassin's Creed 4. And get some of the pirating stuff from there. Get those guys in. And then remake Redguard. No? Who's the person I need to talk to? It's one of the Dark Elves in here. Ah, it's this one. Yes, your son is going crazy, but I found her. You've rescued my oh, it's granddaughter. That's what it was. Sorry, I keep rubbing my nose. My nose is itchy today, and I don't know why. Yeah, I need to shave my mustache a bit closer. That might be it. Alright, you have rescued my granddaughter, and I am grateful. Please, take this helm of the Mandalas family. Know that you have earned an ally in House Redoran. Alright. What is... Oh, I got an ebony helm. A closed ebony helm that has, like, no eye slits. Nice. That Well, I suppose the slit around there... No, that can't all be eye holes. Where are the eye holes in this thing? I'm assuming like the slit in the golden part is where the eye holes are, but... Fine. Well, actually, we don't need a helmet right now. But now that we did that, helped the grandfather, what mods am I using for my graphic replacers? Oh, what mods am I using minus graphic replacers? Basically, delay the Dark Brotherhood attack and Morrowind Rebirth. And that's pretty much it. I didn't put that many, some UI stuff. I did not add many other things. Now, where did he go? Yes. I'm here to actually ask you about your son. Guess I heard my son has gone mad. I fear his madness was caused by when his daughter was captured. Grandar safe. Okay. So, he has nothing more to say about his son, but... Yeah, Rebirth. I've never done a full playthrough with Rebirth installed. I'm liking it so far. Oh, that's right. I need to go back to the... Ah, crap. I was an idiot. Here, Revere. While I should have brought my, Ice Staff of the Monarch, or whatever. Not Ice Staffs. Ice Blade of the Monarch. Down to Ebonheart. That's where I need to bring it. Far Cry 5. I wouldn't say hyped for Far Cry 5. I'm looking forward to it. Mainly because I've done a lot of vacations to Montana, and I love the landscape there, and that's, I think, the one thing that's really, really making me excited for Far Cry 5 is, sure, the world of Far Cry 4 was fine with the mountains and everything, but, and I'm not a huge fan of, like, the jungles of Far Cry 3. For Western America, mountains, like Rocky Mountains. Where's Caius? He's not home. He's went back to the Imperial City. He named us the highest ranking Blades officer in all of Ardenfell, and then he had to go back because there's trouble brewing in the Imperial City. People, potential assassins trying to kill the king, or kill the emperor. Stuff, civil unrest and whatnot. The game I'm actually most excited about is coming, or most hyped about, that's coming out soonish, is coming out in February, and that's Kingdom Come Deliverance. Looking forward to that. No. No, I did not kill Caius. Why would I kill Caius? You're a loyal member of the Blades. Why would we kill the Blades operator? We're a loyal servant to the Empire and of the Blades, and for his sugar? We don't condone his sugar habit. In fact, we confiscated all of his stuff before he left, so he couldn't take it with him. Yeah, Sedanin is really nice. Okay, we can't really see it from here. On the other side of town, but it does add a nice little bit of expansion, actually more homes and a port where you can actually like take ships from. So we're gonna go back down to Ebonheart because I forgot to bring the Ice Blade of the Monarch. That's sunset though. See, it's not the best, and it's not the perfect representation of a swamp in a game, but it really nails the feel of it. And I think that was one thing that Dragon Age Inquisition, for all the faults people had with the game, And there's faults I have with the game too. I still love the crap out of it. It's a great game. It does, because each area, they don't need to blend. They don't need to worry about that. Because each thing's a separate... I know, not bad for running on a 16-year-old engine. Not bad at all. Because each area can be distinct, they can really narrow down the feel of each area and really focus on how it feels. Like the... I don't remember what the swamp is. Swamp place at night. Where you're just going along and it's just... You step in the water and corpses come out and zombies and everything. It really feels just like a dark, brooding area. And some of the forests really feel ancient and old with the tall trees and you can't see the canopies. And it's just... You just look up and it's just like 100 feet up. What are my top 3 favorite quests in any game? Ooh, that's a hard one. It's hard because I'm really bad at remembering specific quests. Let's see. Can I include mods? And are we just talking singular quests, or are we talking quest lines? Need some clarification. Sure, why not mods? Alright. If I can include mods. Let's see. One of the top 3 definitely has to be, okay, the best experience I've had with the story someone's created in video game format. Ah, so we're just going straight story. Let's see. The best story. I would say the quest line with the, in Morrowind here, with the one Khajiit lady in Pelagiad. I totally forget her name. Anasi, I believe, is her name. And her Thieves Guild's connections and little hints and how you talk to her and how your relationship evolves over time. I think that's really, really well done. I really like that. As far as story moments in games... I mean, I'm a really big fan of the Telltale Walking Dead series. I haven't played Season 3, so don't say anything about Season 3. Season 1 and Season 2 are really good story-wise, and those hit me. Those are good. So I don't know if that counts. That's a full game. It's not like a quest. Story moment wise, if we're gonna condense it down to a moment, I would say the opening of Mass Effect 2. Just the opening segment of Mass Effect 2 is one of the hardest hitting, I think, story moments I've ever had in a game. Okay, so getting back to this game. While I think of some more really good story moments. Abunasi, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce those, has told me how you rescued her, and begs me to give you this as a token of her gratitude. From what she says, your task was not easy, and you also managed to recover the ice plate of the Monarch, which I hope you will keep and dedicate to the service of the Imperial cult. I celebrate you in your courage and determination. Thank you again, and speak to me when you are ready to undertake another of the Oracle's quests. Alright, so let's get another Oracle's quest here. We have Acolyte Safia, the healer. Urijad is overdue, presumed dead. Go into the Daedric Shrine of Ashimalakala, or whatever it is, with a powerful artifact called the Scroll of Fiercely Roasting. Signs say that he has come to grief inside of that ruin. Go find his body, cover the scroll, and return it to us. Or if you would risk your life and complete the quest, the that took his life used the scroll to slay Carcelmo? Caricaselmo? Shrine's ancient high elf priest and his powerful high elf bodyguard Minarin. Where is that? Off the shore of an island south of Narmak. I'm pretty sure I've killed them. I'm pretty sure I killed them. Yep, I have already. There we go. By killing him and the Minarin, you have avenged the deaths of our healer, his master Dro Fungan Stiffneck. Rid the world of great evil. You have served the Imperial cult well. Please take these gauntlets of glory. Put them to good use. Speak to me again when you're ready to undertake another Oracle's quest. Well, that was certainly an easy one. By easy one, I mean we already did it. Look at these gauntlets of glory. They are light armor. Cast winds use, fortify unarmored, and fortify hand to hand. I mean, they're all right. Let's see. Acolyte Sophia Gamel. Stendar has granted me a vision of the artifact, Skull Crusher. Alright. During the Skyrim captivity, the master weaponsmith Rogenbald of Skyrim, the enchanter Dorak Gustal created an enchanted warhammer. Rather light, yet brutal as an Atronach's fist. This artifact, named Skull Crusher by its makers, was lost when thieves snatched it from a festival display. Legend says that its makers gave Skull Crusher the power to betray unlawful possessors, returning by its own will to its makers. Yeah, quests are hard. Okay, I should clarify that statement. Good quests are hard. Bad quests are easy. Bad quests are easy. All accounts indicate that they forged Skullcrusher at the Daedric site at a Daedric site on Vardenfell, but no one has ever identified the site. Stunner has given me a sign. He's shown me a vision of his forge, a Daedric rune with a forge of molten stone at its heart, but the fate has sealed the Daedric rune forever from the world above by a colossal rockfall. Yeah, very easy to make a fetch quest is put the MacGuffin in a location, tell you, hey, go get MacGuffin and bring it back to me. That's easy. The hard part is giving you a good reason to go get the MacGuffin, putting good obstacles in the way of you getting the MacGuffin, and making it, see, escort quests, I think, can be done good. Trying to remember a game that I've played that was basically an escort quest. That was really, really good. I know Ico is supposed to be really good, and that's basically an escort quest. There's some BioShock Infinite, yeah. I mean, it's not exactly, I don't know if Elizabeth strictly die, but it's pretty much an escort kind of quest, and it's how it's framed. And simply like The Last of Us, where you're watching after Ellie, and it's an escort quest. But it's games like that where it's not just you're escorting someone, where they can actually help you. That, I think, is what makes it good. You need to have the connection to the character, but the character needs to be able to help you to some degree. Yet there's another way into the forge. It lies through the halls of the dead. I do not know where these halls of the dead lie, but I know that the way is dark and guarded by restless spirits. And the forge itself is guarded by powerful Daedra who serve Dotak Gossel as enchanted rituals. Ask a dumber savant, a dumber scout, about sealed Daedric ruins which may conceal his forge. Ask about the halls of the dead, another ruin or grave unguarded by undead spirits near the site, through which may be a portal Might be questing hero, seek Skullcrusher, the precious Warhammer, blah blah blah. Bring it to me, and I may bless it and free it of its creator's curse. GoldenEye 64. I've never played the story mode of GoldenEye 64. I've played a bit of the multiplayer, never the story mode. Anything you can tell me about the Halls of the Dead or Sealed Daedric Ruin? Nope. All right. So we need to talk with a scout. Are you a scout? You are not a scout. You do not have the dialogue. Excuse me. Do you happen to know about any... Nope, you don't. What you? Do you happen to know... No, you don't. I know there's a scout in Ebonheart. Maybe they're at the Six Fishes. Speaking of which, it is currently 9 p.m. We just leveled up. I think it's time to rest at the inn. Now, inns are one thing that I think games haven't quite gotten the right feel of yet. There's a few in The Witcher 3 I think that do a really good job. And if we're talking Elder Scrolls games, I would say the Bee and Barb in Skyrim is the best of their inns. But I've never felt like taverns have ever gotten it quite right in games. Mainly because I probably read too many fantasy novels and they describe them way better than a game could ever portray them. Guess I want the bed. Also, is there a Dunmer Scout in here? Or a Savant? Oh. Nope. Here. It is currently 10 p.m. Rest until 7 a.m. Oh. Alright, so strength, ability. Now, if I put 2 points into intelligence, that would raise the number of amount of magic I have. I don't have much at the moment. My speed is fine. I don't need to move faster. I don't really use speed for any of my weapon skills. Endurance would help with armor and stuff, but it's not... In personality, I don't need to put anything more into personality. That's fine. It's plenty high. I have no problems persuading people. So I don't need personality, and I don't really need speed. So do I put my last 2 points into intelligence or endurance? What do you guys think? Intelligence or endurance? I'm leaning towards intelligence. Not that it really matters, it's just 2 points. It's nothing spectacular. Alright, we'll put it into intelligence. And yeah, it gives me health. But I have a lot of health and I use heavy armor. So it doesn't really come into play all that often. But we'll do intelligence later. For now, we'll do endurance. We don't have that many more levels we can put into strength. So when we can stop putting stuff into strength, then we'll switch to another attribute to start adding stuff to. I mean, right now we're at 169 health. Okay, not quite 200-ish, but quite a bit. In the Magicka, we're at 40, which is not much at all. We get a few spells every now and again. 4 more Dark Elves. I need to find our Dark Elf Scout. Savant. I know they exist in the Foreign Quarter deck. Yeah, I mean, we started with pretty high endurance, so we've gotten quite a bit of health. Also, our armor rating is at 72, which is also quite high. So alright, so we are actually 40 health as a mage. Yeah, I could see that. We need to head to Alderaan. Hello, Revere. I haven't played this sort of character in Morrowind before, so I'm also getting kind of used to how much health I have. I've played a lot of thieves, and I've played a few barbarians, actually, with medium armor and spears. But I've never really done a heavy armor sword and board or claymore with a bit of restoration. So we're very much a paladin sort of build. And that's kind of how I'm designing the characters. We're a paladin of the Nine. And so we have ascended to be the Grand Master of the Fighters Guild. We are now the head of the Imperial Legion in Morrowind here. We are Knight of the Imperial Dragon. We are working our way through House Hlaalu. Alright, we'll see you later, London. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. It's really fun having conversations and discussing just games in general. It's always a blast to have you. Hope you have a good night, and hope to see you on another stream. So yeah, stealth is valid. Stealth is definitely, like, stealth archers can be a thing in Morrowind. They're just not as immediately useful as, like, say, Skyrim. Or, like, level 1, if you're a stealth archer, you're killing things left and right before they know you're there. Level 1 as a stealth archer in Morrowind is running away from mudcrabs because they saw you. Yeah, stealth archery does good damage in Morrowind. And archery in Morrowind does have a staggering effect. So that helps. It just takes a while to get high enough level and stuff to be useful. Which is a lot of what Morrowind is you don't start off any sort of powerful whatsoever, and then you end super powerful. You'll find him in the Cavern of Milk, on the Alderaan Caldera Road, west of Alderaan, 2 crossroads marked as a signpost, very close to one another. Reach Milk, head west. The nicest sign on the westmost signpost. Watch right. Okay. Heard that he be cured as matters rather than killed. You might want to go to Ebonheart to speak with his father. I did that. Alright. We did that. I spoke with his father. So, I want to make sure there's nothing else to say to him before we go to the Cavern of Milk.
What
Deal
an
with the
unexpected surprise. Please go ahead, Outlander.
I don't really have much to say, but glad a guard is in a pleasant mood for a change. It's always better than being scowled at and insulted. Unfortunately, this ash storm is going to make it difficult to stay on the road at least. But we need to head west, and it's basically take the road to Nisus, from what I could hear. You go out past, out of the Ashlands here, up and over the hill. There it is. I know, it's a small thing in these games, and you gotta be facing the right way. A small little animation in such an old game, but it really, really helps sell. It's all in the details. Bethesda games are all in the details. The problem I think with some of the Skyrim stuff that Skyrim had was, I think some of Skyrim's details were just never noticed. Because they were too well hidden. Like a lot of the coolest like Radiant AI stuff is in stuff that they talked about like in their press conferences leading up to Skyrim. Now, we want to go on the road to Nisus, so this one. Like if you drop a weapon in town, people, depending on like the morality of people, they might take it up and fight over it, or they may return it to you or whatnot. Like stuff like that does happen in the game. Like if you drop like a nice set of armor or something in town, which is in the street, people will, like, someone will go pick it up and they'll run up to you with it and be like, hey, you sure you want to let this go? I mean, you're just gonna get rid of it? And you can be like, yeah, I'm getting rid of it. You can have it. And that's cool, but it doesn't come up all that often. But I think this is what he was talking about, with the two signposts that are close together, and then it's on the Caldera Aldrun Road, which is this road right here. And then you want to go towards Nisus, and it's somewhere along this road, not too far. Oh yeah, definitely. There's some really cool spots in Skyrim. There are some wonderful areas. But I still feel that it is too small in some regards. There's some cool Haggraven dens. Yeah. Like, I love the Forsworn like decorations and stuff. I think they did a really cool job with like the detailing on that and how you can see kind of the lore behind it without actually like needing to read it. Kind of just understand how the Forsworn operate just by looking at how they live, which is cool. And then the steam areas, yeah, the volcanic like springs, that's really cool. Though my favorite spot in the game, like singular location, has to be one of them. I have a few actually. Is on the road just south of Iverstead. No, north of Iverstead. Just past where on the other side of the ford from where the troll is. It's a nice little hill, and you got a mix of aspen trees and pine trees there, and then there's a old abandoned well there in part of the ruins of some building. And it's a really nice, just small, detailed area, but it's well done. Oh yeah, the log bridge. Yeah, it's kind of near there. Yeah, it's kind of up above there. I think that though the log bridge there kind of exemplifies the one of the problems I had with Skyrim's design is I know that we were trying to go for a more vertical, more mountainous feel, but I think they overdid it a little bit, and because it's so mountainous in areas, they lost a lot of gameplay space. It's just unusable gameplay space. Like if you took the actual like usable space for gameplay encounters and events and stuff to happen, Skyrim's a bit, quite a bit smaller than Oblivion. Just because, like, on a lot of the slopes, like, there's nothing there, it's just rock. But in order to not make it like a cliff vertically steep, it's angled, and so you're missing a lot of area there. And I think that there's no better place that kind of exemplifies that than the gap between where Riften is, the rift up there where it's all the aspen trees, and then you go down below to where the steam vents are. That's a huge gap. And it doesn't really feel like it needs... There doesn't need to be mountains between those two areas. You could just as easily kind of flatten that out. Have be 1/3 as tall. Or 1/4. Just have a little ridge down. No problem. You don't need... Oh, hey, this is literally about half as tall as the tallest mountain in the world. Just to drop this down to a new type of area. No, let's not milk over here. This is milk. So I think they may have gone a little too overboard with some of the stuff in Skyrim. And there's some really cool like nooks and cranny places you can find on the plains of Whiterun. Especially when you get towards the western edge of it. Kind of like north of Rorikstead there's some really cool areas with like waterfalls and hidden... Not really hidden areas, but just sort of... out of the way areas. There's some nice detailing to the environment there. We're heading towards Nisus. I'm not seeing... Here. Oh, I see you. Or is this the road? And these are the two signs. Anyway, we're heading towards Nisus still. Sabercat, yeah. I wouldn't say they're a problem, because they're supposed to be enemies, but... Yep, Sabercats. And like some of the details, like with the giant camps, I thought were really well done in Skyrim, where you can see the different giant camps and how they're laid out very similarly, but each one is a little bit different. And then actually seeing the giants escorting the mammoths across the tundra, that's kind of cool. But one thing that kind of, this applies to like most Elder Scrolls games, is when you get NPCs that talk about traveling, it kind of breaks your immersion of the scale of the world. Like the NPC talks about, oh, it takes us 3 days to go, or it takes us days or something to go from one location to the other. And you're like, I walked that in 5 minutes. I understand that it's not like to scale, but at the same time, don't have to mention the scale. Like, you get someone like the two people that are wandering around trying to get to Solitude for the wedding. They're like, we've been on the road for weeks and stuff, and it's like, really? At this rate you're going, you can get there in 20 minutes. I do understand it's not 20 minutes in game, but even 20 minutes in game is like 24 hours. True, even, okay, so let's just say walking is half as slow. That's 2 days. Possibly 2 in-game days. Actually, if I was to walk from Whiterun to Solitude, like walk in-game, and I've done it before, you can do it in about, so if you leave in the morning, okay, it takes about a day and a half, because you can walk from Whiterun to Dragon Bridge in about a day. No! I killed the non-hostile script. No, it was blighted. It was hostile. Also, welcome Maelstrom. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope you are doing well. We are trying to find a cavern called Milk. Because some guy is holed up with his fanatical followers in there. That's where the hostile thing was. Well, sleeping and eating. Yeah. So the gathering fire for food in camps, true. Where? Over there? Okay, I am completely lost. The shadows on the map. Well, yeah, it's not really shadows, but I get what you're saying. I feel like you're working on a school paper. Yeah, I could see that being kind of eh. Alright, so hold on guys, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute bathroom break. I'll be right back. Enjoy the combat music. Alright, so I hope the combat music didn't drive you guys too crazy. Is this milk? Nope. Alright, let's look at our journal again. And he's on the road to Margan, just north of the crossroads. On the road to Margan. Not on the road to Nisus. Margan, not Nisus. That's probably what my problem is. I could have sworn he said go to Nisus. Apparently we need to go to Margan. Oh, I see you. I don't think this is it, but while we're here, we'll check the name. You? Sorry, Scrib buddy. You tried to paralyze me. That wasn't very friendly. I normally don't try to kill butt thumpers, but I mean, try to kill me. That is beautiful. Oh, you can see a little bit of Alderaan over there. That is beautiful. Surprised that didn't hurt me. Nope, not milk. The Ashstorm's still going though. Gotta double check that it's not even closer. Hold on, is this the double signs he was talking about? Oh, you sneaky little thing. That may have been the two signs he was talking about. Either that or it was those. Once again, I do want to... The Cavern Milk, which is on the road to Margan, just north of the crossroads. I should find... Yeah, I know, I know what... I want to know where the... So we're gonna go to topics, go to M. Why is milk not a topic? Because it's a cave, would it be pronounced milk? Would it still be milk? Be milk. Like ilk with an M. I don't know. Everything in Morrowind is pronounced odd. Does that one. Keep going north. The road to Margan, where you're supposed to be going, so. You can only do so much. Oh, get out. Don't get stuck on the rope. And the Ashstorm's not helping at all. No, there's no cave up there. I thought I maybe missed a cave. Certainly more epic music than this current moment deserves, but I'm not going to say no to it. Are you getting all hiding from the storm, or is your AI just bad? It's not a sandstorm, an ash storm. Alright, we got Ashlanders. I don't want to kill them. Just go around. Kill these things instead. Stars are out, which is nice. They're not hostile? Oh. Oh, how much do you want to bet they're hostile? Oh, I would bet you good money that they're hostile. I have not gone far enough in the main quest where I've been named Nerevarine of all the houses. 6 spins. Woo. Take your 5 points. Yes, it's between Margan and Aldrun. Take your 5 points. I don't have any point systems, so you have 5 imaginary brownie points. Congratulations. Failed? I suppose there's a chance of that. Oh, I've been down this path before. There's no milk here. Crossed over there. Where? I'm just lost. It's supposed to be on the road between here and Margan. Or Aldrun and Margan, and there's no ruin along the road called Melk. Now, at this point, I would not be entirely opposed if one of you guys hopped on the wiki and told me roughly hot or cold where it is. If someone was to do that, I wouldn't say no. I don't, there's Margan, there's the road, and I've given it a good, solid effort to try and find this place, following the instructions given. But it is proven fruitless. Alright, see you later. Hope you had fun on the stream, and hope to catch you on another one in the future. Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping I can find it somehow on the local map there. Not that I think it'll actually help, but we're gonna try. Come here. I don't know what the game wants from me. These instructions were not clear at all. I think these are the worst instructions I've gotten so far at this game. Or this playthrough, I should say. I've had worse in the past, but for this character, this is definitely the worst we've had. Also, the whole ash storm blowing in, and yeah, this is just a whole bunch of not great things compounding on each other. I mean, I'm glad that we're level like 24. 25, I don't know which. 24. I suppose like level 5 or something, but because this would be quite painful at like level 5. Trying to fight off all these ash creatures and everything, and wild animals in the wastes. No easy task. Alright, we're gonna find a place, hunker down, and spend the night. Rest of it. Seems good enough. Don't know who that guy is.
I have you! There is no escape! You Enwa!
Great. Assassins found us all the way out here, even. Who are you? You, stranger, please, can you help me? While traveling with my wife, we were set upon by a pack of wild Nyx hounds. I could help with that, yeah. Yes, there must have been 3 at least. It's hard to tell in the confusion, but perhaps you've seen them around here. Anyway, Fulanu smartly tried to play dead and while I fought them off. They were too much for me, though, and they chased me off. I ran away from my wife, or from where my wife was lying, so as to not draw them closer to her. I fear, however, that they may have gone back to her. Can you help me? 2 of us together can certainly find her. Kill the foul beasts, should they show themselves again. Yes. It is a fine distraction from my current task. Excellent. Let's go quickly. Let's go quickly, then. I don't want these hounds to return while we do. I believe I came from the east, but in all the confusion, it was difficult to tell. Though I'm injured, I'm sure I can make it there with you. Not sure. Said you came from the east, which would be towards the city, or over here. I understand this is a bit northeast, but this game's interpretations of the cardinal directions have always been a bit loose. Seeing a pack of Nyx hounds. Seen a bunch of netches around. That's your wife. Or are we gonna find her dead somewhere? Nope, this is her. Thank the gods, we found her. I never thought I'd see her again. You finding me has truly been a blessing. Thank you so much for your help, Safia. I wish I could do more to offer you, but please take this book. It has meant much to the two of us. I can only hope you find as much enjoyment in it as we have. Take care. The Dance in the Fire, Chapter 2. To my inventory. Alright, well, we got that distraction out of the way. Still have no idea where the Cavern of Milk is. What's up, Nick Sound? Dead Nick Sound. I mean, we've pretty much scoured this area. It said it was north of the crossroads. I just don't know which crossroads. These crossroads? Here? Certainly doesn't seem like it's around here. I followed the road pretty much all the way up to Margan. And it wasn't there. Or do you mean... these crossroads that are out here? Or in the West Gash region? Is... really? Did I... it's right there? Did what? Oh, hold on. When did I uncover this? And how did I not see this on the map? I've been an idiot. I really hope you're not the guy that I wasn't trying to kill. I know. We're delving deep into milk. Milk. Mulk? However you want to pronounce it. Hound meat. Put our weapon away. I was gonna say, let's put our weapon away so we don't... randomly kill people. But apparently they're looking to pick a fight.
Your wounds are great.
No, not yet. And if you keep casting that spell, they will be. Really don't like spells. Everything works out better when you don't cast them at me. Do I have any interest in getting Monster Hunter World? I mean, it piqued my interest a little bit, but I don't know... I don't know if the core gameplay of the game then is necessarily something I will find gripping enough to spend the $60 on it right now. Nor do I think I might I don't think I have the time really to devote to it to make it worth it. From what I've heard, of the game, it's something that you kind of gotta invest enough time into to get enough out of. And currently, my time is being invested into Morrowind here. Anything else that I'm playing is maybe 30 minutes to an hour on average a day, maybe. And so I don't know if it'd be worth it for me, as far as time investment goes, to get it. Like, the stuff I've seen, it like looks fun. The combat looks well done. The world looks good. I don't know how repetitive it is with how like you do quests and stuff and how the hunting works, but and stuff like that. The combat looks all right. It's not necessarily always the style that I would go for, but it doesn't look bad. Nothing. That poison damage for nothing. You the guy? Yes, you are the guy. Thank you. Daughter! My daughter! Mine! Draylen Medalis, Saint Delin, man. Thus ain't locket, her locket. Keep it locked up in her pocket. Who owns that locket? My daughter, where is she? Her locket. It is? She? No. Must know. Can't bear to know. Your daughter is safe. Take her locket. She's safe? Safe? So safe. I must be there for her. I must. Thank you, Sophia. I will stop now. The attacks on the road. I knew it was wrong, but what could I do? My guards are loyal, always looking out for me. Tell Atherin to visit. See, I always personally find, and that's kind of what bugs me about like Destiny and stuff, when you would go on when you do like the same strike or the same thing over and over again. Like I don't like farming quests over again. That is not something I find particularly enjoyable in games. And I think that's partly why I'm not a huge fan of like large MMOs and stuff, because there's a lot of like, oh, if you want to get this certain drop, you need to do this quest a bunch of times, or this dungeon a bunch of times. Which is why I like Elder Scrolls games, is because I do the dungeon once, and I did the quest associated with it, and that was it. I experienced the dungeon, I don't get fatigued by experiencing the dungeons over and over and over again. And so I think that's part of what's keeping me from jumping into like Monster Hunter is I don't want to feel the need to kill the same thing over and over again, hoping to get a good drop or something like that. Maybe having to get enough drops from it to craft something. It always feels weird to me when I go out and I repeat the same task, especially if it's like a story-based thing, like a quest or a dungeon or killing the same creature. Now, if it was to go out and kill a certain number of these large creatures, but they were in different locations, so I'm not thinking I'm killing the exact same thing that's just moved back and respawned, it's a bit different. But if it's literally the same creature in the same area, it brings me out of my immersion when I have to farm stuff. Not saying that that type of gameplay is bad, it's just not necessarily what I enjoy. But a lot of the character customization looks great, and the world looks great, the creature design looks cool. And I've heard good things about it, but As of right now, it didn't interest me enough for me to drop $60 on it. Will I pick it up someday? There's a good chance of that. But I don't think, yeah. I don't have the time for it, and I don't think I would get my $60 worth if I did it right now. Later down the road, when it's cheaper and I have more time to invest into it, I think would be worth a shot, but not the moment. I mean, if I wasn't working as much, if I was doing a 40-hour work week, then maybe. But I mean, currently I'm doing 50+ hour work weeks, so my time to game is a bit more limited, and that time I'm choosing to invest into streaming and going through Morrowind at the moment. And a few other smaller, quicker titles. Like this weekend I got Doom, the 2016 Doom 4 or whatever. It was like $10, and I'm just going through that on easy right now. Punching demons, littering them with a shotgun. Just kind of running through. What you say, perhaps Theron is not totally regained his senses, but his guards have stopped demanding tribute from travelers. Well, that's because they're dead. Yeah. Not believe. Be done. Proud of you to this day. Can I advance? I have now earned the title of House Brother, House Veteran. Nice. Do you have any more duties? In order to advance further in House Veteran, you must earn the support of at least 2 councilmen. Start with speaking with Mistress Bavara Mavorin, and you must also build a stronghold. Stronghold? Speak with Garcia Gnu at the Veteran Council. Oh. Right? It's giving you support for Tyler Veteran Orator. He's usually over more and matter. Here and I'll run the more families falling. Recently, along with them, I admit this theory family. Alright. Cool. We'll be talking with them tomorrow. Stream. I think that is it for tonight, guys. Yep. That time of night. But I think... Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was good timing. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully. Without barring extenuating circumstances. We'll be doing more House Veteran stuff, I think. Also working on a stronghold and gaining favors from other people in the house. So yeah, thank you guys for watching tonight, and see you guys on the next stream.